A British drug lord tries to sell off his highly profitable empire to a dynasty of Oklahoma billionaires. Hey guys, and welcome to my new movie review for The Gentleman. I was actually fortunate enough to see this advanced screening of this movie because it doesn't actually come out until 2020. The Gentleman is written, directed, and produced by Guy Ritchie. And the incredible cast of The Gentleman is Matthew McConaughey as Mickey Parson, Charlie Hunnam, Michelle Dockery, Jeremy Strong as Cannabis Kingpin Matthew, Colin Farrell, Henry Golding, Hugh Grant as Fletcher. This movie comes out on the 1st of January 2020. It's rated MA15+, and the duration is 1 hour and 53 minutes. It's an action crime. Now, one thing I'm going to say about this movie, guys, and I've never ever personally experienced this in my life, even at the cinemas ever, is as I was getting my popcorn, which I never eat anyway, as I was getting my popcorn, I went into the cinemas and I know the staff there, and she said to me, "Oh, by the way, they're going to check your phone to make sure that you're not doing anything silly." I'm like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "Yeah, there's security in there because it's such an advanced screening for the movie. They're actually checking everyone's, to make sure you got the ticket and all that sort of stuff." I'm like, whoa. And as I walked in, there was two massive security guards. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And they said, yeah, check my phone. They said, please don't have your phone out for the recording of this movie, or like at all. I'm like, I hate when people do that anyway. So you're good with me, man. We're all sweet. Anyway, what do I have to say about The Gentleman? This movie is incredible. Now, I have to say, the halfway mark, even though it goes for only 2 hours, I kind of felt it a little bit. Just a little bit. Not extreme, but just a little bit. I kind of felt the runtime a little bit. But I tell you what, guys, the start of this film starts off a little bit slow, but there's actually a good reason behind that. And it's purely because of the fact of where the movie ends up. And it is, once the movie starts really hitting the pace and really starts going, this movie is ridiculously so funny, brilliantly executedly, magnificently written. I'm not kidding you guys. This movie is an absolute masterpiece. I kid you not. This movie seriously has the core element, the core essential element. Those of you who have been following me for any period of time knows exactly what I'm about to say right now. Does it have rewatchability? Does it have the core element that film needs today to be a film, to be able to go back and rewatch it? Because that's what movies need. Does it have it? Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Now, one of the things that I really, really valued about this movie, and I kind of found it so fascinating that it was like this, and I know this is a really weird thing to say, and rethinking about it after I came out of the movie, I was like, wow, does this movie actually have a lead actor? Because technically, there are actually several lead characters in this movie. This movie, in the way it's actually written and planned out, reminded me a lot of, and not in a negative way, in a real positive way, of Pulp Fiction. The way that there's no technical, real, actual, like, main character. Several characters are actually the main because of how the plot point and the storyline goes. And I tell you now, Guy Ritchie nailed this movie in that aspect. I kid you not. This movie was really, really, really effectively executed. Honestly, I was so thoroughly impressed with this movie. Man alive. Oh man, I can't even talk it up enough. I really cannot talk this up enough. I'm kind of gutted now that I've seen it so early in advance and that it doesn't even come out till next year, because I'd really like to go and see it again. Like before then, oh man, this is a really great movie, really brilliantly executed, incredibly funny, and there's so many whoa factors in this movie. There's so many moments in this movie that you're sitting there and you're like, oh, no way, because of the set design. Really, honestly, Matthew McConaughey takes another character into, I won't spoil it, no spoilers for anyone who's been following me for any period of time knows I don't do spoilers in my reviews. But I tell you now, he takes him somewhere and something's revealed, and oh man alive, oh my gosh, what is revealed is it is awesome. It is awesome. And then just like people, there's other characters that come into the storyline, and Colin Farrell, I tell you, oh man, he's a funny character. Like he's actually a funny guy in generally, but in this movie, he is so funny. There's just so many. It's so simply hilarious. Like it's not even like pushed humor, and you know what I mean. It honestly, guys, this movie is really, really well executed. And those who've been following me for any period of time, you know that I love trivia, and there's only a little tiny bit of trivia for this movie, so it's trivia time. Kate Beckinsale was actually originally cast but drops out 2 days before shooting began, and Michelle Dockery replaced her. Next, second collaboration between Guy Ritchie and Charlie Hunnam after Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Next, Matthew McConaughey was the main character in season 1 of True Detective, while Colin Farrell was actually the main character in season 2. Next, third collaboration between Guy Ritchie and James Warren after Snatch and King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. There you go, guys. That's all the trivia for the gentleman. You're so welcome, guys. I really appreciate everyone's subscription on my movie reviews, my YouTube channel. I value it so much. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications. That way when I drop anything, it'll be yours straight away, and you are so welcome. Thank you so much again for your subscription. I really value that, guys. I really do. You're so kind for doing that. And until my next review, don't forget to leave a like on this movie review. That way I know you're appreciating my content. I really value that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Seriously, guys, that's amazing. And until my next review, I really appreciate your time being here. Don't forget who's bringing this movie review to you guys. This is Superman Steve, guys. Flying out.